YouTube studio, still processing one of the videos I was trimming, and I can only be playing Rogue Legacy 2 for so long while I'm waiting for that to finish, so I just decided, oh, let's stream Satisfactory while doing YouTube shit in the background again. You get quartz crystal. Opportunity. I can click on the write down link. Opportunity, but the playlist anyway. That's it. Save on that. Don't remember any swearing. Save ads. I'm going to be placing a lot of signs and railings, so we're going to cover up on that shit. I'm going to be building a lot, so stuff on that shit. Don't have enough inventory space for 2 rows, like 1 row each of that stuff. That's a oversight on my part from earlier when I thought, oh, I'm going to do some plumbing. So, no, you're not. My far built parts are at the pub. Kind of all the stuff on those parts we're going to have to come out here all the time. Well, not so much all the time as so much as not coming out of here as often. see, my brain's on autopilot when I'm opening the info things. Like, I'm forgetting I've already done the playlists and game categorization, so I don't need to hop in there. It's just info cards and monetization settings I'm setting now. And YouTube Studio bugged out again because it's shit. Trim that one up. Some of it's from the previous video. Let's pop that section open. So first playthrough, check if there's going to be any opportunity for intro cards, so that I don't have to revisit it when the trim finishes. Second pass actually is the trim. I think I've got AI is simple. Yeah, so there is an opportunity for an intro card, but I do need to trim some shit out. There's the end of the segment. Well, the cut segment, blah 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 blah. Least useful, remove from the pool. That's that one. to the next video. I really should be doing this when I'm in tubes. Or at least, you know, doing short parachute runs. I think this is canisters. Yeah, it's canisters. Update 5. I think it was update 5. I playlisted it as update 5. I'll have to actually go check the 6 trailers now. Although I need to pull up the lossless cut because like it gets interrupted by a thing power cut. So I'm going to see if I actually finish the anecdote and I need to redo the clip. If I do, I'm going to be highly annoyed because that means I'll need to redo all the damn playlists again. there's going to be warehouse canisters, but there's also going to be biofuel canisters. 40 unit a minute. Yeah, I didn't get the steel recipe. So it's going to be 60. That's going to be 100. It's 60 going to storage. So I think just got distracted by the gameplay and forgot to finish the anecdote. Oh, when streaming, very check. That's come up both of the community managers in the past, just because the Windows 11 hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, I think uses the GPU to schedule the GPU, which seems weird, or the CPU, it might be the CPU, I forget. Basically, it prioritizes the in-focus GPU accelerated app. Now, OBS does, well, I think you can get the software to render UI, but the encoder is generally GPU based, so that's going to be using resources, possibly more than the browser, so that might get higher priority than the browser. OBS did have an update relating to that issue with Windows 11. I don't know if they've brought it back yet, because I think the idea was that they were going to put it in a better workaround. But it means if you've got a game running and streaming and your browsers are set to be GPU accelerated, you're going to have a bad time. Drop that video on Snow, just in case you might feel it's important enough to mention on next week's stream. Let's find that again. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, you can't do threads and DMs, that's nuts. Oh yeah, files are too big. Okay, I've got to do just one moment while I do an FFmpeg thing. FFmpeg. Reduce video size. There we go. side there. And stick railings in. I have to remember I've got polyres to bring over from down there. Oh, wait, I misspelled an option. The higher up I go, the less likely it is that I'm going to be using these walkways. That's a design feature of how I build these ziggurats. It's nice to know at least one of the signposts is still there. You know this is going to have a lot of output. Actually, it is going to have a lot of output. No, it's rubber the one that has the lot of output. So we've got to do 6 lanes of rubber and 2 lanes of plastic. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, that video's finished processing. Yeah, that's still too high. Let's try that again. I think it's a higher number to make it lower quality. Because I don't have nitro, if you can get it on principle. So I've still got the 25 megabyte file. Oh, I forgot a thing. One, two, three, four. Oh. I'm missing something. Yeah, I've put the door in the wrong place. Yay! Something's off. That... Something's very off here. If I built this floor too short, I've absentmindedly built it as an 8 segment floor. No. Yeah, I've built the staircase too tall. deleted more than I need. I've been putting corner thingies on this staircase, haven't I? Yep. The whole point of this run was to experiment with putting T-junctions in. The railings embedded in the wall, and the catwalk is non-procedural. The railing will still render inside the wall. Which seems odd. That took less time than I thought. There we go. Sorted. Now, is that file small enough yet? Yes. Let's see, does it look like arse? Kind of, but not really. There we go. Interrupted by power cut. Also by subsequent. What was there was a question after that as well, wasn't there? Save and question. Okay, so I've got to remove that from all of the playlists on YouTube, otherwise it will leave random gaps. There's a feature about YouTube, I'm not sure 100% sure how I feel about it, because it's useful when it's useful and really feckin' annoying when it's not. If you delete a video from a playlist, YouTube will display that the video was removed. This is most useful for people that make playlists of other people's videos. So, like if you make your own playlist of like music videos, and then that gets deleted or copyright struck or geo blocked, then YouTube will just display things saying like, "Oh, it was removed," rather than you just like wondering where it went. If I'm doing it from my own playlist, I'd rather it just get automatically removed from the playlist. So it would be nice if there was a checkbox on delete saying, or a separate delete flow. It's like saying, do you want to delete it from the playlists before you remove the video? It's like, yeah, that would be nice. And then it would refuse to delete the video if there was an API error reviewing the playlists, because those do happen as well. And that video's finished, okay. make me brain on autopilot again. Getting the blueprints. Info. Fuck video cards, play this card. No, I don't want to trim and cut. My brain's clicking on the wrong shit again. Body, brain, miscommunication nonsense. Info card, video. EPM to storage. Producing an unknown amount because I haven't noted it down anywhere, and I should have. Well, I might have noted it down somewhere, and I'm just forgetting where. Let's check Notepad. Classic refinery notes. Oh, I have noted it down. Yeah. Past me, not ahead. So that means I can actually do the numbers here. 42.4692 plus 50.5 plus 20, so that's 114.9692. Although some of that's coming from polyres. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it 100% polyres, that's the thing. Yes, it is an interesting recipe. I don't know why my brain thought, oh, I can't build these because I run out of plates, let's build foundations. I can't build the foundations even. Yeah. Let's do this old school. No parachute assistance. There we go. sorting actually freed up a slot, so I'm gonna go do exactly what I said I wasn't gonna do. I'm gonna go to the steel facility to pick up some concrete. Store. Why have I got a video about flushable, the flushable toilet? Well, that was done later in the stream. Let's check the folder up there. There we are. Yeah, because it goes from 50 to 60. Yeah, this is a thing that I have to deal with YouTube Studio. Related to the lack of multi-threading. If you upload a bunch of files, the 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, etc., etc., they won't necessarily get uploaded in that order. It to YouTube does fuck all, because I'm convinced they either don't look at all of the bug tickets and like bug report, like feature requests and bug reports that they get, because of the scale of the platform necessitating that they go based on the scale of problems received, rather than this is a seriously fucking annoying issue, please fix the damn thing. Because I would imagine, like, any person, like any channel that's uploading the volume of videos that I do is probably using the YouTube API to do, because they can afford to pay for it. I can't afford to pay for the API doing all the things I would need to automate. It might eventually become a day where I can do that. Like at the moment, the monetization like pays for the hosting of the website. That's about it. would not pay for the volume of API calls I would need to make. Like, the site builder project actually has to cache the YouTube API responses, because if it used the YouTube API as intended, it would take an entire week to get the previous week's like videos properly processed. Because the YouTube API call for getting playlists items down does have an A tag property, but the observations have been that it's kind of useless. I think this is the top floor, so yeah, so it's kind of useless because a while back I added in some code to like start reporting whenever pieces in the playlist contents were found, but I found it was extremely unreliable. So there's not a reliable way to check if the contents of the playlist have changed without downloading, like without making the API call. You could base it off playlist item count. I think that is returned in the API call for getting lists of playlists. Like, if you can get an API call for getting all the playlists on a channel, so you paginate through that and you've got all the playlists for the channel. The problem is, if you add one video and remove one video, the item count's going to go unchanged. So you can't rely on that. And today I've reorganized some playlists. I've added a new playlist. So that's kind of bit pants. So yeah, so that gets cached, like, that's just like a sensible use of an API response, I think. There might be lines in the YouTube API terms of service to like not do that kind of thing, but because the usage of the API is private, it might not be the YouTube API I'm thinking of. There's another API I've used in the past where it says, like, don't cache shit. In some cases makes sense. If you're making an authoritative representation of a remote resource that may have been updated and you're displaying information that's possibly like hours, months, out of date. I was meant to say hours, days, weeks, months out of date, but my brain just shortcut with it. Yeah. I think this floor's, like, this facility is going to, this side of the facility is going to be taller than that side, which means I think you might get more range if it was planted over here, but I'm not sure what the increase in height, how that equates to range, especially at the height it's already at. Because aside from that outcrop over there and that one over there, there's nothing that would be blocking signals bouncing out from there. So, any boost in range gotten from sticking it 40 meters high, it's probably going to be lost by having it, let's see. These going to be 4 meters wide, not 2 meters wide. 8 by 8, and that's half, so that's 34 meters. So 4, completely lost track of what the number there was. I think it's 33. Oh, 34. Times 4. So it's 136 meters away. Just on the catwalk's lawn. It's going to be further than that. Let's call it 150. I don't think we'd get 150 meters plus like range boost by shooting it at 40 meters. If that's the case, I'm not bothered enough. So at the moment, you get like go over to here. It'll actually show us the range on the map. So that's like the effective range of the radar. It's not going to pick up that much more unless there's a vast improvement in range. That might even be the max range. Because I think there is max range of the radar towers. What I really need to do is plant radar towers along the route of the viaduct. Unfortunately, like the construction of this means I can't put it on the viaduct. It would look kind of out of place if I did. Let's have a look. So the next most sensible place, like I say, for given value of sensible, would be to stick a radar tower up there, because it's the highest outcropping, like that corner of the map. See if I can make that out on the map. So that's one of these two, possibly that one. Possibly even that. There's going to be some overlap with this range, but it's going to cover any of the resource nodes in here. I'm pretty confident I've got all of the hard drives that'll be within range of that radar tower. Because that's one of the useful things of this output. As you can see, we can't see where these are, but we can see that there's one drive within range of the radar tower, and we know it's that one. That marker is within that radius, and it's flagged as sneak to make what? This one, if I put it around out there-ish, I'll just put my fingers on the monitor. Yeah, it should cover like around there-ish, although it is lower. So it might have a slightly reduced coverage. Similarly, I could put another radar tower up on top of that. Assuming the crash site's not in the way. That's probably not going to discover anything new, but it's on the route of power. We got these out of the way. Power is going to be a little more of a problem for that one, but I'm sure I can because there's a nitrogen thingy here. Power's going to go up there anyway, and it's going to be main grid power, which will be interesting to figure out how I'm actually going to run that up. Because I've got to keep it separate from that pylon's power grid. I'll figure some shit out. What's that we can see over in the distance? Oh yeah, that's one of the pylons we placed when we blew stuff up. Is that a Samar node? Oh right. That kind of makes sense. It's a highly visible spire that's visible for grass fields. New players playing the story content of the game will be able to see that and get a good source of SAMR for the story content. Anyway, going off on several tangents. Did I forget to turn the chat app on again? I think I did. It's because I've had the computer sleeping a lot this week while I was doing YouTube related stuff. So I tended to not always remember to close the app when I was done streaming. Of course, got to get rid of that habit. Shame there's not really a convenient way of having a shortcut key for the middle mouse button with eye drop picker, so you can have it pick the blueprint. Although saying that, yeah, that is something that could be improved. If you go to dismantle mode to use the eye drop picker, you can set the blueprint dismantle mode, and then if you middle mouse click, you should be able to select the blueprint. I don't care enough about blueprint to make that major suggestion. So yeah, it's just an idea. For rubber. I think rubber's actually used in one of those. So the numbers on the side here won't be quite right. 210, 45, 33, 342, 217.875, 136, plus 142.5. Oh yeah, plus 20. 1010 375 136. UPM. Rubber. UPM. Storage. Now, one of the weirder setups we could do here is that's a lot of rubber, and if we didn't sync the output of all those, we'd be able to overflow the rubber to plastic. Actually, no, we wouldn't need to sync it because we wouldn't need blah, 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 blah. You wouldn't need to not sync it so long as the belts got backed up while they were actually processing stuff. But what we could do is overflow rubber down to plastic and use the fuel recipe to recycle stuff into plastic there, which would then go to the warehouse, which would then get sunk. So it's a thing we could do, maybe. It's like that I'm having to do inside first, just to avoid both the introduced by making things simpler. I've reported that. Or at least I've reported one instance of it being an annoyance. So like the idea being, if I put that there, I do that. I don't want that to be a double wall outlet. The old workflow would have been cable, thing. So I was relying on the earlier behaviour where it would reset to normal wall outlet. But I don't want a thing sticking out there because it looks stupid. It's completely unaesthetic. Not aesthetic. It spoils the aesthetics of my nice smooth wall. Stupid way to put it. I must say, like, I don't actually miss doing mezzanine stuff so much anymore. Just one of the things that would come up every now and then is the staircase intersecting, well, this particularly on the 8 meter floors. The staircase would intersect the cabling, and it would look really uncomfortable because I wouldn't like the idea of walking like up or down this side of the staircase and having my head bumping into the cables. Plus, it would technically be an execution risk if the insulation on the cables wore down. So that's completely neglected to do any community highlights work today because I've been so focused on getting this dev stream processed. That's another thing I can do while I'm here. I need to go up to the rubber floor and have a look at what I'm going to do with the viaducting. Because the design principles say the viaducting, at least the design principles that I got established when I started doing that, was the viaducting that goes in front of the building and sort of like underneath the building. Go on, well, I'll say on, it's going to be slightly underneath. Go on the floor with the most output, which is this one. Now, that viaducting down there is the way down there. And I'm not sure if this will go out far enough to not intersect with the lower there would be like stackable ceiling mounted holes in here. The viaducting would span over to here. This is an immediate left turn. We'll be turning here. Now, that looks like we won't have an intersection issue. So what we will have is an issue where all of these floors also have to go onto this viaduct. Now, there's a benefit to doing it this way, in that these viaducts will be narrower, not so much the rubber one because of the volume it has to carry, and they will just drop down through floor holes. As long as nothing's getting multiple kinds of output from here, like, we should be good. Yeah. Oh, I haven't done the production of fuel for thingy, fused modular frame, because I can put that into production. I can have it overflown and having more power. Not going to be stable power once the production kicks in, but it'll be handy nonetheless. Yeah, we should be safe to do that, because then if there was something taking plastic and rubber, I'd have to make sure that rubber was on top, so that the actually no, I'd have to make sure that the plastic was on top, because the plastic would come down first, higher up. Yeah, this floor probably should have been down there. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's going to be belt holes. Not really sure where this viaduct is going to terminate, because it would depend on where the viaducting for all of this is going to come out. Because we've got 6 lanes of rubber. That's going to be a viaduct that's 2 lanes wide. And I'm going to have to hope that the viaducting doesn't line up with either here or here, because then it would mean it can't just come straight down, and you have to take a turn and then go down. Which isn't the end of the world, it's just an annoyance. That would spoil some of the aesthetics. I think the RAM went ding, so I should go look at that. Wrong tube, it'll be fine. I should possibly come off, because like this isn't the first mistake I've made in like recent. So I'll probably come off and get something to eat. It isn't just a snack like later. See, being up this high, I can kind of understand why the spitter might not respawn. But being on the ground, it feels like it should, because there's plenty of space for it to roam around. I get the feeling that the algorithm is basic 2D algorithm. Like, it might be 3D in the sense that it might be like a 3D bounding box or a sphere, and just totaling up the number of items in a radius, but not accounting for the fact that something that is further away should be weighted less than something that is closer. Yeah, let's go for that one. Leave myself parked in front of here. The visual hint should be enough that I don't need to leave myself a reminder. EX, plastics plus rubber, placeholders, placeholder floors built. The placeholders aren't done, but the floors are. Like having the same names truncated. Right, there we go. So I'm gonna take a break to get some food. I shall endeavour to be on afterwards. So I had a nap this evening. It's just having the slit fall lets me maintain the energy for as long. So that's gonna be all for now. Thanks for joining. Goodbye.